What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys three do's and three don'ts when you're texting a female. So, just like my last video, I made a video on, three do's when cold approaching a female and three don'ts when cold approaching a female. So in this video, it's all about the texting now. And before we get into the video, make sure you guys hit that bell and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Let's get it. And the first do on my list when texting a female is you want to send voice memos. And the reason why you want to send voice memos is because voice memos just adds more, it just spices up the conversation a little more, okay? So, instead of texting all day, sitting around or whatever you do, instead of just doing that, texting a girl all day, texting a girl isn't really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not really sparking any interest. Unless you're a really good texter, then by all means, keep texting. But even the best of texters out there, you could still switch it up and start sending more voice memos. Voice memos shows that you're confident in, how you sound. You don't really care. It shows that you're not afraid to put yourself out there, and it also makes the other person know that you're authentic and who you really say you are. So that's why sending voice memos is a do on my list. The second do when texting a female is you want to keep it playful. Okay, don't be too goofy laughing all day, every day with a female. But keep the vibes mellow and playful, Don't be all serious all day. Like sometimes let's say a girl asks you what you doing. Don't come back and say oh, I'm just reading a book right now. I'm kind of lonely in the house. Don't say that, You could switch it up. You could simply say, I'm imagining a trip with you to the Bahamas right now. I'm imagining how a trip in the Bahamas would be like right now, or just something spontaneous like that, just to spark her interest and to just keep her or just have her on edge to just respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Just sparking interest and just adding value. Don't be such a boring type person, It's important to be playful, making her laugh. You gotta make her know that you have a sense of humor, because females, they like to laugh. So showing her that, you got a funny side, you got a sense of humor, a female will more than likely gravitate to you more because you're not such a serious, routine person that's always saying the same boring things all the time. So like I said with the Bahamas thing, if a girl asks you what you doing, say some spontaneous, outlandish thing, Just say something that's gonna make her want to respond or even laugh. Just say something that's gonna spark her interest. So you wanna keep it playful. And the third do on my list is you gotta reciprocate her energy. So if a girl is texting you back slow, by all means necessary, text her back slow. If a girl is sending you emojis, by all means necessary, you have to use emojis as well. Okay, so you put in what you get out. So if she's not showing interest, then you not gonna show any interest whatsoever. Okay, you ever heard a basketball player, while they're being interviewed, they said, I was just playing to what the defense gave me. And this is very similar to a female. The female is the defense. You know what I'm saying? When you're about to text her, you're basically on offense. So if she's not reciprocating your energy, then don't reciprocate her energy. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's very important that you deal with high interest females, because a low interest female, a female that really doesn't care about the outcome of the relationship, the conversation is not gonna really lead anywhere. It's gonna dry out very quick. So you always want to reciprocate the female's energy, because let's say you're dealing with a low interest female, and you could tell that she's low interest, but you're steady trying to build interest. It's never gonna work no matter what you do. So you always gotta reciprocate the energy, or as I would say, just play to what the defense gives you. So that was the 3 do's on my list when texting a female. The 3 don'ts on my list, the first don't is don't text back too fast. And this is probably, this is definitely the number 1 don't no guy should ever do. Don't sit around all day texting back a female in under a minute, bro. Like, you gotta come off as someone who's busy. You gotta come off as someone who has stuff going on in their life. You gotta come off as someone who has, other things going for himself, and not just that female. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to sit around all day just texting, especially in a timely manner. You know what I'm saying? If a girl texts you, take a little while to text back. You know what I'm saying? Like, take let's say 10 or more minutes, okay? 10 or more minutes, that's max. So, and I'm not saying that this goes for every girl. If you genuinely built a connection with a female and she likes you and you like her, and let's say she's your girlfriend, or you guys are just sharing an intimate connection, then there's nothing wrong with just texting back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Because the connection is there. But let's say you just met a female and she's texting you back 2-3 hours later. You don't want to be that guy who's coming back a minute later texting her back after she done wasted 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy who's just waiting by his phone for a text back. So you don't want to text back too fast. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself occupied. Don't let a female be the number 1 thing in your mind or your life. You always gotta, as a man, you gotta have responsibilities. You gotta have other things that's has your attention, not just a female. And that was the first don't on my list. Second don't is don't be disrespectful, okay? Don't be disrespectful. If you just met a female, you know what I'm saying, and you guys are still building that connection, don't say nothing that's gonna turn her off. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing that's gonna turn her off. If you just met a female, don't send her don't send her any, what's the word? Don't send her any, what's the word I'm looking for? If you just met a female, don't send her a picture of you half naked or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, because a lot of females get turned off by that. Because that makes you seem like a guy who's, you're pushing up on her too fast. You're pushing up on her too much. You gotta still let the connection build and grow until she gets comfortable with seeing you half naked. You know what I'm saying? So if you just met a girl, don't try to force the situation. Don't be disrespectful, sending her, pics of your chest and shit, because she really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just met. So, that could come off as being disrespectful in a way. You know what I'm saying? So keep it respectful. Also, what this means by don't be disrespectful, what this means is you don't want to say anything bad about the female. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, for example, I had an experience where I told this girl, I said something about her grandma, but I said it in a playful way, and she didn't text me back. She took it the wrong way. Eventually we ended up talking again, but she took it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So you don't talk about nobody's moms, don't talk about nobody's dad. You know, if she's telling you a family issue, don't be the guy that's telling her like, oh, your brother, he ain't, you know, he ain't this, you know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy. Like, just listen to what a female tells you. You know, if you guys are having a conversation, and just play it cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't be disrespectful. Just, you know, just play your part is basically what I'm saying. Don't be disrespectful. Okay? So the third don't on my list is don't ask too much questions. It's nothing wrong with asking the female questions, but it's how much questions you ask. You know what I'm saying? It's how much you do it. There's nothing wrong with asking a female questions, you know what I'm saying? Because that's human nature to just ask people questions. Especially if you just met somebody, you're going to be curious, like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? What are their intentions? What do they do for a living? You know, like, questions like that is very, you know, that's human nature to just ask anybody. So, there's nothing wrong with asking a female questions, but it's how many times you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's how much you do it. Because if you steady asking a female questions after questions after questions, it just turns into 21 questions. It just turns into a repetition. Imagine you just meeting somebody and they're asking you a whole bunch of questions. It's like, it's almost as if you're arrested and they're questioning you for everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be answering all of these questions. It's okay to incorporate a few questions here and there, but don't overdo it is what I'm trying to say. You know, you want to ask her, like, maybe you might say, okay, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? But don't be the guy that's always asking her, like, how was your day every day? Like, you know, switch it up, you know. And when you ask a girl, how was your day, you know, make it interesting. Don't just, you know what I'm saying, ask her how was her day. You know, add value to what you just said. You just don't want to ask too much questions, because no one wants to be asked a whole bunch of questions. It makes them feel like they're being interrogated, you know what I'm saying? And it gets boring. That's how most conversations die out, because the guy was just asking way too many questions, you know what I'm saying? And that maybe made the female feel a little weirded out. So that was my 3 do's and don'ts when texting a female. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.